This is about your body. Someone is telling everyone you look like a. There are whispers being carried through places you have never stepped into, voices rising in rooms where your name is being spoken without invitation. And those voices, they are painting an image of you, not with love or truth, but with assumption, with envy, with the kind of poison that wears a smile. This is about your body. Not just the flesh and skin that wraps around your bones, but your presence, your identity, your reflection in the eyes of those who think they know you. Someone is telling everyone you look like a failure, like you're not enough, like you've lost your light. They're describing your soul like it's broken, your future like it's over, your value like it was never there. But they are wrong. They are so far from the truth that even darkness doesn't recognize what they speak. This is about your body. Because God Himself created it. He formed you in the secret place. Before anyone had a thought about you, before your mother felt your heartbeat, before the world put labels on your name, heaven already knew you. You were fearfully and wonderfully made, and your body, your being, your very existence carries the fingerprint of the Almighty. And now, someone dares to define you. Someone is telling everyone a version of you that does not carry the breath of God in it. But heaven is still speaking louder than them, even when your own voice feels too tired to respond. If you feel this, comment Amen right now to declare your agreement with heaven's truth over your body. You don't need to defend yourself when God Himself stands as your defender. You don't have to correct every false word when the one who sees everything keeps perfect records. Let them talk, because every time they open their mouth against you, heaven prepares a table in front of them. Every time someone lies about you, God writes another chapter of favor over you. This is about your body. Because someone is telling everyone you look like a person who's going nowhere, but they don't know what God is preparing behind the veil. Someone is describing your weakness, but they haven't seen the strength God is building in silence. I need you to hear this with your heart wide open. Don't scroll past. Don't look away. There is a word in this for you, and if you listen through to the end, something in your spirit will shift. Something in your weary bones will rise again. Something in your story will start to change. And if you feel this already, just like this video once. That's all. This is about your body. Your tears have soaked pillows that nobody sees. Your battles have drained energy that no one acknowledges. Your smile hides heaviness, but God sees all of it. God sees the nights when you say nothing but carry everything. He sees the days when you show up even though your soul wants to stay hidden. And God says, I know what they said about you. But I also know what I said over you. And my word will never return void. Let them think you're weak, while God is making you stronger than ever. Let them say you look like a mistake, while God is preparing to reveal His masterpiece. Because this is about your body, and your body is the vessel God chose. He could have picked anyone. He could have given the mission to another. But He placed the anointing inside of you. He trusted you with a weight that proves your identity. You're not ordinary. You never were. You are chosen, not just in the way people say to sound poetic, but in the eternal way that heaven records. Your body, the very life you carry, is marked. Every scar, every wrinkle, every stretch mark, every part of you is a testimony of survival, of mercy, of divine design. So no matter what they say, no matter who they tell, and no matter what lies they spread, their words will never carry the authority that God's truth has. Their rumors can never undo what God has written. There are things happening in the spirit right now that you cannot see with your eyes but will soon be visible with your life. The attacks have been personal because the calling is personal. The mocking has been consistent because the favor on your life makes them uncomfortable. But heaven has a response to every accusation. And that response is not revenge. It is glory. Glory that rests on you so heavily that even those who spoke against you will have to acknowledge the hand of God. Your body may feel tired, but God is your strength. Your heart may be broken, but God is your healer. Your mind may be weary, but God is your peace. This is about your body, because your body is the altar where God meets you, where your prayers rise like incense, where your praise breaks the chains that others tried to place on you. You are not what they say. You are who He says. And right now, God is sending angels to war on your behalf. You may not see them, but they are moving. You may not hear them, but they are fighting. Every word spoken against your name, every attack whispered behind your back, every curse sent in jealousy, God is turning it all into a blessing. He is flipping the script. He is silencing the lies with truth. He is raising you up right in the place where others hoped you would fall. And it's happening soon. Comment 11:11 if you believe this is being spoken over your life today. What if just 7 seconds could flip your entire financial life? A shocking CIA leak has revealed a powerful brain ritual that's helping ordinary people wipe out debt and attract wealth beyond imagination. Backed by 4 cutting-edge neuroscience labs, this at-home breakthrough is turning everyday lives into dreams, luxury cars, beautiful homes, endless vacations. But this secret may vanish soon. Click the link in the description and comments now before it's deleted forever. Even now, the Holy Spirit is comforting you, wrapping His presence around you like a warm blanket on a cold night. Even now, God is whispering, "I have not forgotten you." He is reminding you that the season of misrepresentation will not last forever. What they told others about you will collapse under the weight of God's truth. What they laughed about will be the very area God uses to lift you. You will not just rise, you will rise in a way that makes it clear you were always His. You will carry a grace that cannot be hidden, a peace that cannot be shaken, and a joy that cannot be stolen. This is about your body, because your body is not just seen by the world, it is covered by God. Covered in mercy. Covered in fire. Covered in purpose. Covered in the kind of love that does not flinch when storms hit. And your future is not in their hands. Your identity is not up for debate. Your destiny was written in the ink of God's own blood, sealed at the cross, and secured by resurrection power. Let their opinions fade into the background, because heaven's declaration over your body is louder. And you will walk in that truth, you will stand in that confidence, you will rise with that authority. This is still about your body, because the enemy has always known that if he could get you to believe the lies spoken about you, he could get you to forfeit the blessings waiting ahead. But you didn't give up. You didn't walk away. And because of that, Heaven is standing for you in ways that will be seen and felt. You may have felt misunderstood for a long time, like the world keeps trying to assign labels that don't fit, stories that don't belong to you. You hear the comments, whether in whispers or online, and you feel the sting of judgment disguised as concern. But God is cleansing all of that now. He's washing the dust of people's opinions off of you, and He's clothing you in righteousness, in dignity, in a new strength that cannot be mocked. They said you look like a mistake, like someone who will never reach the promise, but God is saying you look like someone made for miracles. Every time you felt like hiding your body, your face, your story, your heart, God saw that. And instead of shame, He covered you with grace. Instead of turning away, He drew near. This is about your body, because your body is still here. It's been through pain, through sickness, through exhaustion, through betrayal. Yet it still stands. That alone is evidence of divine protection. That alone is a sign that you were not abandoned, even when others left. Comment 222 if you trust that God is still moving on your behalf, even when it's quiet. There is a reason the attack came against your body. Because it's through your body that the Spirit of God breathes, speaks, sings, and moves. The enemy has tried to use shame, doubt, and slander to convince you that your body isn't holy enough, strong enough, beautiful enough to carry God's power. But the enemy has always been a liar. God chose your exact frame, your height, your skin, your voice, your steps. Nothing was accidental. There is glory in the way you were made, and heaven rejoices every time you stand up, even when it hurts. They told others you were broken. They said you looked like you lost yourself. But God sees the gold hidden inside the ashes. And that fire you went through, it didn't destroy you. It refined you. Every tear became oil. Every scar became a map for someone else's healing. And your body, your life, your presence, it's not just surviving, it's becoming a resting place for the presence of God. Even when you walk into rooms where people already have opinions about you, you don't walk in alone. The Spirit of God walks in with you. And where His presence is, shame cannot breathe. Where His presence is, lies lose their grip. Where His presence is, even the ones who doubted you will be silenced by the glow of favor on your face. They said you look like someone who would never recover, but you are about to shine in such a way that even your past will kneel in awe of your future. This is still about your body. Because your body is not just the target of gossip, it is the temple of the living God. And the temple is sacred. No matter what they've said or done, no matter what words were spoken in jealousy or ignorance, none of it can stick to what God has anointed. Your body, your soul, your destiny, they are anointed. Covered. Sealed by heaven. God is sending restoration to every part of you that has been touched by false labels. He is restoring how you see yourself in the mirror. He is restoring your confidence, not the kind that comes from applause, but the kind that comes from knowing you are His. When He made you, He did not stutter. He did not make a mistake. And even if they tried to make you doubt it, even if they tried to diminish your light, the truth still stands: you are made in the image of God. Could this hidden CIA brain ritual be the real reason people are suddenly rich? A secret CIA discovery has just leaked. revealing a brain hack that's pulling wealth into people's lives effortlessly. It only takes 7 seconds, it's done at home, and it's backed by 4 neuroscience labs. Debt is vanishing, luxury is becoming normal. If you're seeing this, you're very lucky, the page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to know this secret before it's deleted forever. There is something powerful about staying silent when lies rise against you, not because you're weak, but because you know God is defending you in ways that human words never could. There is power in resting in the knowledge that God always brings the truth to light. He sees who you are when no one's watching. He knows the purity of your heart, the intentions behind your actions, the depth of your pain. And He is not letting that go unanswered. There is justice coming for every moment your body was shamed, every time your presence was misunderstood, every season you were misjudged. And the blessing that's coming won't just restore your name, it will expand your territory. It will break generational patterns. It will open doors that silence every lie ever told about you. This isn't just about clearing your image. This is about God revealing your true identity in a way that no one will be able to deny. You are chosen, seen, cherished, and heaven-backed. And that is something no rumor can touch. Comment 333 to declare your faith that God's hand is over your life, protecting what He placed inside you. You may not feel strong every day. You may still carry the echoes of what was said about you. But God is lifting you now. His Spirit is strengthening your knees and steadying your path. He is restoring not just your body but your vision, your hope, your future. He is pouring new oil on the parts of you that have been dry and weary. This is the turnaround. This is the rebuilding. This is the holy shift. You are not what they said. You are what God says. You are rising, not because they believe in you, but because He does. You are healing, not because they stopped talking, but because He never stopped holding you. You are walking into the next chapter of your life, not with fear, but with fire. God never looked away. He never turned His face when others whispered behind your back or when they spoke about your body as if it didn't carry His divine breath. This is still about your body, because what they mocked, God is about to magnify. What they dishonored, He is about to bless in full view. Your body has carried burdens that others could not see. Silent storms raged inside your heart while your face stayed calm. They said you looked like someone who gave up. They said you looked like someone who's not enough. But the truth is, you were holding on when everything in you wanted to let go. And that kind of strength can only be born through fire. Heaven never saw you as weak. Heaven saw you as chosen. And because you never stopped standing, God is about to make you unshakable. The way they talked about you never had the final word. Their laughter, their judgment, their assumptions, none of that can touch the destiny God placed inside of you. The enemy tried to make you believe that the way people view your body somehow reflects your worth. But it never did. Your body is sacred ground. It has been through battles and still holds beauty. It has been stretched by life and still carries purpose. And now, every lie that has been spoken is being uprooted, and every false narrative is being burned away by the fire of truth. Comment 555 if you feel this truth settling in your spirit right now. They told others you looked like someone who missed their moment. But what they couldn't see is that your moment was never in their hands. Your breakthrough was never scheduled by their calendar. God has been preparing you in silence, building you in the unseen, shaping you in the quiet. And now, what's been hidden is about to be revealed. Your body, your story, your testimony, all of it is rising like a song that no lie can drown out. They looked at you and saw defeat. God looked at you and saw destiny. They saw weariness, but He saw worth. Every part of you that was misunderstood by man is embraced by heaven. The way you walk, the way you speak, the way you show up even when your heart is heavy, all of it is known, all of it is sacred. There's nothing about you that God missed when He formed you. He knew exactly how much you would carry, and He also knew He would be your strength through it all. This is still about your body. Because even when your back was against the wall, your spirit never broke. Even when you cried alone, heaven counted every tear. And every tear watered the soil of your future. The more they talked, the deeper God rooted you. The more they doubted, the stronger He made you. This is not the end of your story. This is the chapter where God interrupts everything that was said about you and rewrites it with favor, mercy, and honor. The Holy Spirit is moving through your story, through your very being, washing off every label that was never yours to carry. You are not what they called you. You are not what they assumed about you. You are not the failure they described. You are the miracle God is unveiling. And your body is the very place He chose to rest His Spirit. You are holy ground. Not because you're perfect, but because you're His. Why is this 7-second brain ritual suddenly going viral? Leaked CIA files have exposed a hidden brainwave technique that opens the floodgates to wealth. Verified by 4 top labs, this ritual is turning financial pain into prosperity, fast. From massive bills to luxury trips, it's changing lives. But this secret won't stay online long. Click the link in description and comments now to access it before it's permanently deleted. Everywhere you were mocked, God is about to release favor. In every place your name was dragged, God is about to plant victory. You may not feel ready, but He is. You may not feel worthy, but His love makes you whole. This is your moment to step into the light of truth, to see yourself through heaven's eyes, to walk with the quiet confidence that no whisper behind your back can stop what God is doing before your eyes. Comment 1212 if you're ready to see God reveal the real you to the world. This is about your body, because your body carries resurrection. Just like Jesus walked out of the grave, leaving behind the cloth that once wrapped Him in death, you are walking out of every label that tried to bury you. You are stepping out of the grave of people's opinions and into the life that God has spoken. There's oil being poured over your head right now, fresh oil for a fresh season. And this season won't look like the last. This season is marked by justice, by redemption, by joy that overflows. God is going to use the same body they said was too broken, too tired, too stained, and fill it with glory that heals others. You won't just be restored, you'll be a restorer. You'll carry words that break chains. You'll release hope in places where sorrow lived. You'll speak life where death tried to reign. Because this body, your body, is not what they think it is. It is what God says it is. A temple. A vessel. A firebrand for revival. You were never ordinary. That's why the attack was so specific. That's why the lies felt so personal. The enemy knew the moment you found out who you really are, everything would shift. And now that moment is here. The veil is lifting. The truth is rising. The chains are breaking. You are not just coming back from what they said. You are rising higher than they ever imagined. Because God does not just restore, He multiplies. You won't be defined by what was said in secret. You will be remembered for what God revealed in the open. He is your defender. He is your lifter. He is your reward. And He is moving even now to show that your story belongs to Him. The people who once labeled you will watch the blessing unfold. And they'll have no choice but to admit it was God. This is still about your body, because the war against your body was never just about appearance, it was about identity. The enemy was terrified of what would happen if you ever started to see yourself the way God sees you. They said you looked like someone barely hanging on, like someone who wouldn't recover, like someone whose best days were behind them. But they didn't know that the same Spirit who raised Christ from the dead lives inside your body. And if resurrection lives in you, then defeat cannot define you. No matter what your past looked like, no matter what shape your story took before, God is still the author. He has not finished writing. There are still pages turning. There is still breath in your lungs, which means heaven still has plans for you. Your body is not a mistake. It's a message. It speaks of endurance. It carries stories of survival. It remembers nights of silent worship, mornings of surrender, afternoons of choosing peace when everything screamed otherwise. Your body has been a battlefield, yes, but even more, it's been a sanctuary. It has held the weight of promises not yet fulfilled and still managed to kneel in prayer. It has been pressed by sorrow, yet lifted hands in praise. That is sacred. Comment 777 if you know your body still carries the touch of God, even after everything. The ones who talked, who judged, who tried to break you with words, they didn't know the strength God was pouring into your bones. They didn't see the angels assigned to guard you when you felt most exposed. They didn't hear the prayers you whispered through tears. And they surely didn't feel the holy fire that still burns in your spirit. But God did. And God does. And He is not done showing the world what He placed in you. This is about your body because your body is the stage on which God is about to perform something miraculous. What was once marked by pain is going to shine with purpose. What they mocked is going to move mountains. And they won't understand it. They'll say, "Is this the same person?" And you'll smile, not out of pride, but because you'll know what it cost you to keep showing up. You'll know it wasn't you, but God. You'll remember the nights you almost gave up, and you'll weep, not from sadness, but from gratitude that you were carried when your legs gave out. People said you looked like someone who lost their worth. But worth doesn't fade in God's eyes. Worth isn't something you earn. It's something you are. You are worthy not because you did everything right, but because God loved you first. And His love doesn't fluctuate based on opinion, trend, or the lies others spread. His love is permanent, and it clothes you even now. It wraps around your body like a shield, like armor, like light. And it will not let you fall. Is it time you unlock the same CIA secret brain ritual changing lives in seconds? A new leak has revealed a powerful 7-second technique, developed under CIA-funded research and backed by neuroscience. It's helping people magnetize wealth like never before. From debt to luxury, faster than anyone believed. But this miracle won't stay public for long. Click the link in the description and comments now before it's deleted forever. They told others you looked like a shadow of who you used to be. But they didn't know that God was emptying you only so He could fill you with more. They didn't realize that the shaking was actually making room. That the breaking was actually building. That the silence was actually setting the stage. And now, what God has prepared in you is about to pour out in power. And it will be your body, your voice, your hands, your presence that releases that glory into the world. Your body was never weak. It was wounded. But wounds heal. And healed wounds become testimonies. And testimonies shake the gates of hell. The enemy wanted to silence you by exhausting you. He thought if he could attack your self-image, he could keep you from stepping into your assignment. But here you are. Breathing. Listening. Rising. That alone is the beginning of a miracle. Comment 999 if you know your story is about to turn into something beautiful. You have survived more than most people know. They may see the outside, but they never carried your private battles. And even if your body doesn't feel strong today, even if your reflection still shows traces of yesterday's pain, God is not finished. He is still working. He is still healing. He is still transforming. He is still redeeming what you thought was lost. This is still about your body. Because your body is the very space where miracles will land. Through your life, others will see the goodness of God. Through your healing, others will believe healing is possible. Through your restoration, others will find courage to return to the one who restores all things. You are a vessel. Not just of survival, but of divine purpose. There is no shame in what you've been through. There is no condemnation in how long it took to heal. There is no guilt in how deeply you felt it. God isn't rushing you. He's walking with you. And every step matters. Every breath is holy. Every tear has been gathered. You're not behind. You're right on time. Because divine timing never bows to human calendars. Your body is not disqualified by your pain. It is qualified by His grace. And grace is heavy on you right now. Grace is covering what used to be hidden in shame. Grace is rewriting what used to be scarred by fear. Grace is restoring every broken place. You are not too far gone. You are not too stained. You are not too late. You are being made new. And this newness, it will shine through your face, your walk, your story. The same God who raised Lazarus from the grave, who caused Sarah to laugh with joy, who gave Esther the strength to stand before kings, that same God is in you. And He's using your very body as evidence that He still does impossible things. Every place they said was dead is about to live. Every space they said was over is about to overflow. The lies spoken over your life were loud, but they were never louder than God's voice calling you chosen. And now, the light inside you is growing stronger, not just to heal your life, but to shine into the lives of those still trapped in the lies you once believed. Your body is not just recovering, it is being renewed. Your spirit is not just surviving, it is catching fire. And the same people who said you looked like someone finished are about to see you walk in something fresh, something anointed, something wrapped in peace and power. Your presence is changing because your posture is changing. You're not walking with your head low anymore. You're standing in grace now. You're carrying heaven now. They said you looked like a shell, like someone who lost their spark. But they didn't see the flames rising when no one was looking. They didn't see how God ministered to you in silence, how He whispered strength when your hands couldn't hold up anymore. They didn't hear the sound of your praise breaking through the heaviness. And they never will, because that was between you and God. What matters now is that you are here, you are whole, and you are held. Comment 10:10 if you know that what God is rebuilding in you is stronger than anything that was ever broken. There is something sacred about the way you kept going, the way your body carried you even when your soul was too tired to speak. God saw that. He saw the days you didn't feel beautiful. He saw the days you didn't feel worthy. And He didn't run away from you. He ran toward you. He covered you in compassion. He washed you in mercy. He reminded you, again and again, you are mine. And that reminder is still true today. You don't have to prove anything to anyone. You don't have to convince anyone of your worth. The blessing coming to your life will speak louder than their disbelief. The peace you carry will preach louder than their opinions. And the restoration God is doing will be so undeniable that even the ones who hurt you will be silenced by your joy. You are about to become a living testimony of what happens when heaven takes over every space that once felt broken. This is about your body, because your body is where God chose to show His power. You've seen weakness, yes. But weakness never disqualified you. It only made room for grace. And now, that grace is overflowing. It's in your steps. It's in your words. It's in the way you love again. It's in the way you hope again. And it's breaking off every lie that said you weren't enough. Do you know why everyone's whispering about this 7-second CIA ritual? A brainwave ritual leaked from the CIA is changing lives across the globe. Proven by neuroscience, this 7-second method helps regular people attract money, freedom, and luxury. If you're seeing this, you're very lucky. The page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to know this secret before it's deleted forever. Your healing is not going to be hidden. It's going to be visible. The same body they judged will be the one God uses to carry the promise. The same heart they said was too broken will be the one that sings again. You're not just going to get through this season, you're going to come out shining. Your body will reflect God's goodness. Your story will carry His fingerprints. And the world won't be able to explain it. They said you looked like someone who lost too much. But God says you look like someone He's about to bless beyond measure. The very areas where you were robbed are the places where God is planting restoration. The spaces where you were misjudged are the places He's pouring favor. And it's going to flow in ways that overflow. Not just enough for you to heal, but enough for you to help others heal too. Comment 1515 if you feel the restoration starting in your heart right now. God never skipped a detail when He made you. Every part of you has purpose. Every part of you has meaning. From the way your heart breaks for others to the way your body still stands after all it's faced, it's all a reflection of His design. There is nothing ordinary about you. Even when you feel invisible, even when your reflection reminds you of pain, God sees you and says, "Still beautiful. Still worthy. Still mine." There are people who will never admit how deeply your life has affected theirs. That's okay. Because you're not living for applause. You're living for the sound of God saying, "Well done." And He's saying it even now. He's smiling over you. He's rejoicing over your resilience. He's celebrating the way you still trust Him, even with the scars. This is still about your body, because your body has become a resting place for miracles. There's healing in your breath now. There's breakthrough in your steps. There's fire in your story. You're not rising because everything went your way. You're rising because God never left your side. And He never will. The enemy wanted you to disappear, to shrink, to question your place. But God is lifting your name in places your feet haven't even stepped yet. He is speaking your name in rooms where honor is being prepared. You are not who they thought you were. You are stronger, softer, braver, and more rooted in love than ever before. And that love, it's God's love. It's the kind that restores all things. It's the kind that calls dry bones to rise. It's the kind that sees your body and doesn't just tolerate it, it delights in it. You are not just accepted. You are celebrated. Your body has carried burdens, yes, but now it's going to carry blessings. And those blessings will be so heavy, not even the lies of your past will be able to stand in the way. They said you looked like a mess. But God says you look like a miracle in motion. And He's still writing. This is still about your body. Because your body has been the battlefield, the carrier, the witness, and the survivor of things no one else fully knows. God has seen every tear shed over how you've been viewed, judged, labeled, and misunderstood. And He is not only healing you, He is honoring you. The lies didn't break you. The shame didn't swallow you. The rejection didn't bury you. You lived through it, even when your strength came down to a whisper, even when you stood trembling, even when you felt like hiding. God stood by you when the world walked away. And that faithfulness is starting to show. It's showing in the quiet peace returning to your heart. It's showing in the new strength rising in your chest. It's showing in the way you are starting to love the very parts of yourself that others tried to tear down. Comment 1717 if you know God is making something beautiful out of what others dismissed. This is still about your body because your body tells the story of victory. The stretch marks from growth, the scars from battle, the weariness from carrying burdens longer than you should have, God calls all of it holy. You never needed to be perfect to be powerful. You never needed to meet anyone's standards to be chosen. Your body, your life, your soul, all of it has always been enough for God to pour His Spirit into. They said you looked like someone forgotten. But heaven never lost sight of you. Angels were assigned to you long before people had opinions about you. The Holy Spirit has lived within you even on the days you didn't feel spiritual. Even when you questioned your worth, He was whispering reminders of your identity. Even when you believed the lies for a moment, He stood with the truth that never changed: you are mine. There is nothing about your story that disqualifies you from what's coming. The pain, the shame, the silence, the wrong turns, God is using it all. You are about to walk into places your enemies said you'd never reach. You are about to rise with a clarity that shocks those who counted you out. The very areas that were once heavy with sorrow will soon sing with breakthrough. And it won't be subtle. It will be undeniable. This is about your body, because your body is where the turning point happens. Not in someone else's hands. Not in someone else's version of you. Right here, in this skin, in this life, in this soul that still believes, God is moving. And the enemy is panicking. Because everything he tried to destroy is becoming the very thing God will use to glorify His name. The pain didn't win. You're still here. And that means God is still writing. Why is the government hiding this 7-second brain ritual from the public? A leaked CIA document just exposed a brain technique so powerful, it's helping people cancel debt and call in wealth within days. Validated by 4 top neuroscience labs, this method is changing everything. But this secret won't stay online long. Click the link in description and comments now to access it before it's permanently deleted. They saw your tired eyes and assumed defeat. But they didn't see the prayers you whispered when no one was listening. They didn't hear the words you spoke in faith when you felt empty. They didn't know the strength it took to walk with grace when your heart was breaking. But heaven knew. And heaven is rewarding your obedience, your surrender, your faith. Comment Amen if your heart agrees with heaven and your faith is still holding on. You may not have had the perfect path. Maybe there were times you ran, doubted, or felt too broken to keep going. But grace found you every single time. And now, grace is guiding you forward. God is not ashamed of your journey. He's proud of your persistence. He's proud of your courage. He's proud of your honesty. And He's about to reveal just how deep His love runs for you. This is about your body, because your body is the place where divine exchange is happening. Weakness for strength. Shame for honor. Ashes for beauty. Silence for singing. This transformation is personal. It's intimate. It's holy. And it's happening right now. The weight is lifting. The lies are losing their grip. And the truth is beginning to settle like sunlight after a long storm. The words they used to describe you, they don't matter anymore. Not when God is calling you His. Not when heaven is setting the record straight. You're not just coming back. You're coming back with fire. With clarity. With favor. with a new anointing born through pain and refined in the quiet spaces no one saw. This is still about your body, because the very thing they judged is the very thing God will bless. The places they laughed at will be the places where miracles begin. The spaces they spoke against will be the spaces where God plants His glory. And when it happens, there will be no confusion about where the strength came from. It will be obvious, it was God. You don't need to defend yourself anymore. God is doing that. Every seed of truth you planted in silence is about to grow before their eyes. Every tear you cried in private is about to become the rain that waters someone else's breakthrough. And your body, this holy temple, is the very ground God is standing on to release something fresh into your life. There is healing coming that will go beyond the physical. It will reach into your memories. It will touch the moments you don't speak about. It will fill the rooms in your heart that have been locked for years. And God won't leave anything undone. He's the kind of healer that finishes what He starts. And what He started in you is revival. Comment 222 if you feel that healing already beginning to reach the hidden places in your life. Every lie they believed about you is being replaced with the truth of who you really are. And the more you believe it, the more your life will reflect it. You are not a mistake. You are a miracle. You are not what happened to you. You are what God is doing through you. And no one, not a person, not a lie, not even your past, can stop that. So stand tall. Lift your head. Your body is the dwelling place of glory. Your life is a vessel of light. And what's coming next will not be like what was. God is taking everything the enemy used to try to destroy you and turning it into a harvest of joy. You're not going back to who you were. You're going forward into who you were always meant to be. This is still about your body, because your body was the part of you they tried to use as a weakness, the part they thought would give out, fall apart, be overlooked, be rejected. But God never saw it that way. He saw your body as the place where His Spirit would rest, where His purpose would unfold, and where His miracles would begin. You didn't come through all that pain for nothing. Every scar is sacred now. Every wound that healed slowly is proof that mercy held you. They said you looked like someone who lost themselves. But in truth, you were only shedding the labels that were never yours. You were not lost, you were hidden for a time, being shaped, being prepared. You were never forgotten. You were being guarded for the right moment. And that moment is starting to open now, like the soft light of morning after a night that felt like it would never end. Comment Amen if you believe God never lost sight of you, not even once. They mistook your silence for surrender, your stillness for defeat, your tiredness for failure. But in the quiet, you were gathering strength. In the stillness, God was drawing near. When your body was weary and your mind flooded with doubt, the Lord surrounded you with His protection. What you thought was abandonment was actually divine covering. You were never exposed. You were being protected in the shadow of the Almighty, wrapped in wings you could not see but could feel every time you cried out in desperation. This is still about your body, because your body has become a testimony. They saw weakness, but God saw worship. Every time you stayed when it was easier to run, every time you prayed when it would have been easier to give up, every time you chose peace when chaos had every right to speak, you were worshiping with your body. You were offering up your pain as praise. And heaven recorded it all. Can 7 seconds really change your bank account overnight? A CIA-funded study just leaked, revealing a brain ritual that's flipping lives from broke to blessed. 4 neuroscience labs confirm it activates powerful wealth attraction brainwaves. People are now stepping into dream homes and luxury lifestyles. But this breakthrough won't stay online for long. Click the link in the description and comments now before it's deleted forever. Now, the same body they judged will be used for honor. The same body they shamed will be called beautiful. The same eyes they said lost their light will be filled with fire again. You're not just being restored, you're being made new. And it's happening from the inside out. Not by your effort, not by your striving, but by the hand of God that refuses to let you go. The next time they speak about you, they'll have to tell the truth. They'll have to say you look like someone covered in favor. They'll have to say you look like someone who carries light. They'll have to admit that no matter what they tried to do, you never stayed down. Because glory is rising on you now, and that kind of light cannot be hidden. Comment 1111 if you know you're stepping into something heaven has already prepared for you. Your body will not carry shame into this next season. Your body will not carry the weight of their opinions any longer. God is removing what they placed on you. He's lifting off the burden of trying to please, to explain, to defend, to make others understand. You don't owe anyone an explanation for the way God is about to bless you. You don't need to shrink to fit into rooms where your light made others uncomfortable. You were born to shine. You were created to carry something holy. And even if your path has been misunderstood, heaven has not been confused about your calling. The ones who judged your body never knew the calling inside it. The ones who spoke against you never saw the oil on your life. But God saw it. And now, that oil is about to flow publicly. What was once quiet, hidden, almost forgotten, it's being revived. This is about your body, because your body is about to go places that were once shut off to you. Doors are opening. Not because you forced them, but because God says it's time. You've been faithful in the waiting. You've stayed humble through the hurt. You've carried others when you needed carrying yourself. And now God is saying, enough. It's your turn. I'm lifting you. They said you looked like someone who would always be overlooked. But the table God is preparing has your name written on it, and no one else can take your place. Your body will sit in spaces others tried to keep you from. Your voice will be heard where it was once dismissed. Your light will shine where others tried to dim it. And you won't need to strive for any of it, because it will be God who sets it all in motion. Comment 333 to declare your faith that no one can take what God has meant for you. Your healing is not just for you, it's going to ripple into generations. The peace you're beginning to carry will rest on your family. The truth you've chosen to believe will break chains that tried to pass through your bloodline. God is not only restoring your body, He's restoring everything your body is connected to. Relationships, destiny, legacy, future. This is not random. The timing, the process, the pain, it was all part of something far bigger than what they saw. And now, heaven is about to reveal why you had to go through what you did. You're not just going to survive. You're going to lead. You're going to teach. You're going to love deeper because of what you endured. You're going to carry wisdom that can't be learned from books or sermons, only from walking through fire and coming out gold. This is about your body, because your body is rising. And not just physically. You're rising in authority. You're rising in strength. You're rising in clarity. You're rising with peace that doesn't make sense. And every place that once held your shame will now echo with praise. Every space that once felt too tight will expand with grace. You are not going back. You are stepping into divine territory. There's a sound in the spirit shifting around you right now. It's the sound of breakthrough. It's the sound of chains hitting the ground. It's the sound of heaven declaring, "This one is mine." You don't have to chase healing. You don't have to force favor. You just have to keep breathing, keep trusting, keep showing up. God is doing what only He can do. This part of your journey is marked by restoration that no human can interfere with. Stay close. What God is about to release next will confirm everything your spirit has been sensing. It's not too late.